Before heart monitors, before stethoscopes, before we truly understood life and death, there was only a mirror. A piece of glass held under your nose decided everything, life or burial. This is the story of the mirror death test and how it buried people alive. In the 1700s and 1800s, medicine couldn't always tell if someone was truly gone. People fainted from fever, fell into comas, or slipped into shock, and doctors had no machines to check heartbeat or brain activity. If the body was still and cold, that was it. Declared dead, but sometimes the body wasn't finished living. The test was simple. Hold a mirror, a piece of glass, under the patient's nose and mouth. If it fogged up, they were breathing. If it stayed clear, they were gone. It was quick, easy, and absolutely unreliable. People in deep comas barely exhaled. No fog, no chance. Many were pronounced dead while still alive. There are documented cases of the dead waking up mid-funeral or clawing the inside of their coffins. Gravediggers sometimes opened caskets to find scratch marks on the lid. Proof of terror underground. The fear of premature burial became an obsession. Newspapers called it the living death. Everyone feared being buried breathing. Fear breeds innovation. Inventors began designing safety coffins. These coffins had strings tied to the corpse's wrist that led to a bell above ground. If someone woke up, they could pull the string ring for help. Others had air pipes, food tubes, even glass windows for watchers. Families hired grave attendants to sit by 4 days, waiting for a ring. Saved by the bell wasn't a metaphor. It was survival. In Germany and France, cities built waiting mortuaries, huge halls where bodies were kept under watch before burial. Attendants waited days for any sign of life. Bells were tied to corpses' fingers, and flowers placed on their chests. If a flower moved, they might still be breathing. Doctors even hired dogs trained to sniff for life. It wasn't until the 1800s that medicine finally got a reliable way to detect life. The stethoscope, French physician René Laennec invented it in 1816, giving doctors the ability to hear heartbeats no mirror could reveal. Slowly, the mirror test and its deadly consequences disappeared. The mirror test reminds us how fragile science once was and how fear shaped invention. From a simple piece of glass came bells, coffins, morgues, and myths. So the next time you see your reflection fog a mirror, remember once upon a time? That breath was proof you were still alive. This was the mirror test. How doctors decided if you were dead. Subscribe for more real stories where medicine meets madness.